Okay, that is our third sprint done. We'll probably do one more. I noticed when I was doing my daily vlogs that they're only for an hour, and usually at that time there's not many people watching, at the time as they're going live. I have a regular called Olive. She's a regular for them, which I appreciate. But I've noticed a lot of people seem to watch the replay or watch it on replay, and I'm just wondering if having an hour long stream is actually quite beneficial to writers and other creative people, if they also just need to get an hour out of their... Why is that sitting there? Why did I move it? Sorry, I've just noticed in the corner there, my little Beetlejuice sandworm pot is sitting on my bed. That's because I was looking for my webcam. Remember I mentioned earlier I was having trouble with the Droid Cam app. It kept blinking out, but it seems to have been fine, so... So as you can see from the little clip I put in there, I'm back to doing my live streams. I have to say they've been going... Center myself a little. They've been going really well. I've certainly got my... what would you call it? My motivation back for getting this story finished. I am adding in quite a few... extra chapters. I said before, the ones I'd written, which were kind of flashback chapters, they weren't working. I didn't think I needed them either, so I'm having to add in some other chapters, which probably is what the story needs more than they did a flashback to King Arthur. And I've also come across, I've added in, she's not a character, she's mentioned as, an ancestor. But I've had the idea that her story would be quite good as maybe a little novella or a little reader magnet into, encouraging readers to come and read my book, get my book, that sort of thing. So, yeah. It's been going well. I've been doing the weekly vlogs as well. They're just an hour long, and even though there's maybe only one or two people that come to it, I have somebody that comes each time, and that, I'm very appreciative of that. And also, but I've noticed that they do get quite a few views on like the replay. People go back in and watch it, and it just made me think, as I was saying in my live there, it's not finished yet, I'm just taking a little break from the writing, that maybe having an hour long stream is actually beneficial for some people. If they're like me and maybe just want an hour in a day to do some actual writing, just focus on that, especially if they're like me and they work full-time and they're just maybe tired. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. So that is certainly motivational, I have to say, to keep them going, because sometimes I think I can't be bothered, I don't want to do them because I'm tired, I've been working all day, and it's like but I've did it for that week. I'm going to schedule them again once this stream is finished. Schedule for Monday to Thursday I do, and I'm going to continue them, I think, because they're certainly helping me, And I'm hoping if I keep on doing it, it'll become a habit, you know, just trying to get that habit forming schedule done. Is that all right? Form the habit of sitting down for an hour each day and getting some work done. I don't necessarily have to be writing. Like I say, I'm also editing this as well, and I'm just adding in extra stuff as I'm going along. And if I can only manage an hour a day, at least it's something. I do tend to take Friday and Saturday off. Friday I finish at work, and by the end of the week I'm just like, no, I'm having a rest. I usually watch Critical Role, their stream. They do it, I think it's like 3 o'clock for me on a Thursday night, which I'm not doing, or Friday morning I should say, and I just watch it on the replay, and that's kind of become my routine. So this is what I'm hoping this will become. These weekly vlogs is a routine, and I can keep it up. It won't be until from about the 21st of August for that weekend, the following week, and the following weekend there won't be any because I will be in Orkney with my family. And I'm really looking forward to that. It'll be a nice break, and I've never been before, so I'm really looking forward to experiencing one of the Scottish islands. I've never been. No, never been to any of them, so yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. And I will probably add a little bit more into this vlog just to try and make it more interesting. So I'm keeping an eye on the time. And I'm going now to get back to writing. Okay? So I've mentioned how I want to be doing serials, and I've found these are by Kim Boo York. She does a lot of serial fiction. So these ones, they're little kind of guidelines as to how to do the accent. This one here is based on the Save the Cat hero's journey. No, it's based on the Save the Cat and hero's journey, I should say. So for your seasons, because you have to make sure each season has its own act, but then there's the long arc for the whole, because you might have 3, 4, 5 seasons per story. And then you need the long arc, which is what she uses the hero's journey for. And this one would be for the likes of, you know, epic fantasy and things like that. So there was that one. This one here is just the universal one for whatever you want to write. You could use this one instead of, you know, the specific ones. This one here she calls the Ratchet, and that's for like high stake ones. So she says here that can be for like thrillers, romantic suspense, urban fantasy, or any story where the status quo must be destroyed. Now these are just guidelines, they're not, if you don't want to use them, you don't, but I needed something that would kind of help me to start, because I've not really done, I did start doing my books, I think 2 books on Patreon and Ream, but then I took them down. But this one here I want to start with. This is the rotating romance engine. So instead of focusing on one couple, there's maybe 2, and then they feed into like following seasons. And this one is based on Romancing the Beat by, is it Gwen Hayes? Does that in James Bell's Superstructure for the long arc. So following this, I want to start doing, write it out on here. So this is just an information one. So this will tell me the characters, female, male, and secondary characters, and what season I think they should appear in. And then I've left myself a couple of pages just to. And this is what I'm going to try and figure out for myself. This will be season 1. So as you can see here, it'll be season 1, act 1, the setup, a little bit in here for each one. Then act 2, act 3, act 4. So I've left myself enough, I've done enough for 3 seasons of this. It'll probably go longer. Well, I'm hoping it will, not necessarily will. But this is something just to keep me. I'm not going to do a lot. It's not going to be plotted out completely and all that. Just to give me a guideline on how I'm going to do something. I might show this when it's filled out a bit. But this was just to give a rough idea of what I'm thinking of doing. Using this as a guide and then doing my own little thing. It probably won't stay in here. This was really just something, I did this quickly. But it's easier to see something this big on video. I'll probably do it in a notebook that I can carry around with me. And it also has proper lines because I'm terrible with a ruler. I think these are a little squint, but never mind. So that's what I'm thinking of doing as I'm planning out these serial fictions. And I'll let you know how it's going. Probably, I'm not sure I'll do many vlogs. I think I'm going to start doing some short form. That'll be a bit easier, but we'll see. Anyway, that is me for just now. Bye.